Okay, Perp, we're starting the video. All right, and action. Hello, we are here with Zach Porter from San Diego, right? He's an actor, director, producer, and many other things.
My name is Zach Porter, like you said, from San Diego. Kind of grew up in between Long Beach and San Diego, going back and forth as younger, but most of the time spent growing up in San Diego. I went to school in Orange County. That's where I did theater school and kind of, fleshed out that passion that I found in high school. Basically, the story of how I started acting was I didn't really know what I was going to do. I was in high school, about to graduate, didn't want to go to college. Everyone's trying to force me to, trying to influence me, tell me to be a business major and all this. And I just took drama just to fulfill that little art credit, that we got to do in high school. The teacher made us perform. I thought I was going to be able to just chill and have fun, but he actually made us perform. And, I was terrified. I don't even like speaking in front of the class, but I performed, and then it was really fun. And people were like, damn, like, how long you been doing this? Like, you're pretty good. And I'm like, oh, this is my first day. And, I kind of just fell in love from that point on, and just went with it. I said, if I can make any amount of money, if I can make a living doing this, this is what I'm going to do.
Yes. When was the aha moment for you?
Pretty much that moment where I did the first little performance for that drama class. It felt really natural. Like, I felt like, okay, this is kind of, because I played a lot of sports, so I kind of thought I knew what passion was. I wanted to be an athlete pretty much the whole time, but it just didn't work out. But I think that was the first time that I really felt like real passion when I hopped up on that stage. And I didn't know that I had the power to move an audience. So once that happened, I was like, okay, this is it. I got to do this.
Yeah, there's something about it's like the exchange of energy, whatever it is that they can relate to, and then you got them, I see that you went to Cal State University, Fullerton.
Yeah, I would say Fullerton's more like the community college of Cal State. So that's kind of how I break it down. It's it's a commuter school. Everybody goes there.
Do you think that you gained the knowledge that you were seeking by attending film school, or did you already know that shit? Excuse my language.
No, I love the language. I love the language. So the thing is I went to school for theater acting. So it wasn't really too heavy into film. It was more just, I was just, a stage actor learning classical, Shakespeare, Ibsen, Stanislavski. But I had one on-camera class where the teacher needed kind of a TA that was basically going to direct all the scenes and kind of be on the other side of the camera. So I kind of just volunteered to do that. And like, you do some editing and stuff. So it was really an acting class, but then like, I was like, I might as well just take this knowledge and learn how to do the other side. And that's really what started it off. It was like just that class taught me how to, because I ran the little studio all by myself. When you're the TA, you got to go in, set it up, set up all the equipment, basically just take care of the studio. Oh, my bad. Yeah, somebody's sending me some stuff. I had to get that out the way. Just but yeah, so I really just learned how to kind of be a one-man director, producer, editor from that class. And I realized I had that power. I was like, okay, well, I can act and do all this stuff. I might as well just put it all together and produce my own stuff.
I'm right there with you, brother. I want to share this because I think it really says a lot about the power of independent film. You're trying to think of what you said.
What I write, yeah.
Oh, yeah. So this no-budget film shows us how filmmakers can make something out of nothing. I mean, man. This is the beauty of just what we're doing right now, which took me however many, years. It's the beauty of limitation, which I think with, right. Black people in general, we know how to make something out of nothing. And that's why I love independent film. So also because I'm a big, I hate to say fan, I'm more of a student of Spike Lee. Actually, his picture's right there. He's looking at me while I'm doing this interview.
Oh, wow. That's funny. Yo, that's funny because I was actually just watching the masterclass before I came on.
Really?
Yeah, he just sits in a chair. He breaks down some scenes from some movies and a little inspiration from, old movies and stuff. He's just breaking it down on how to do it.
I wonder if he talks about that, because there's this one thing I question that in Jungle Fever, I think you've seen the end, right?
No, actually, I haven't even seen Jungle Fever. I need to go back and watch.
But yeah, so now Porter, Productions, I really feel like that name is brilliant. So how did, of course, like I can kind of guess how the name came to be. Is that a stupid question?
It's actually not, because I'm terrible at titles. Like I always have somebody else make my titles for my movies, for for everything. So actually Porter Productions came from, because at first I was going to do Zach Porter Productions, and one of my friends was like, no, that's stupid, why don't you just do Porter Productions? And I was like, okay, yeah, that actually has a better ring to it. So yeah, I can't even take the credit.
Well, I can't either, because my brother came up with Purple Reels. He said, why don't you do Purple Reels? Exactly, same thing.
There you go.
How difficult was it to get those scenes with the blood to look real?
It wasn't that hard. That was my favorite parts. That was probably, it was just so fun. I just kind of looked up, I forgot where I found it, off of some YouTube video or something, or just how to make some fake blood with some corn syrup.
It didn't look like it was fake. And then I just also wanted to ask you, that leads me to my next question. Have you seen the movie Ganja and Hess? I'm just going to give you some homework if you haven't. 1970.
No. Okay,
yeah.
Let me write that down really quick.
I can just go ahead and share the... All right, I got it here. This is the trailer. Just skip to it, please. Thank you.
The only perversions that can be comfortably condemned are the perversions of others. I will persist and survive without God's or society's sanction.
Look at their blood. Did you see that?
I will not be tortured.
Oh, that was blood. Okay.
I will not be guilty. The blood of our Lord Jesus Christ, which was shed for thee.
Oh my God.
To serve thee body and soul for everlasting life. Drink this in remembrance.
Yeah.
I forgot who it was directed by. Oh yeah, Bill Gunn. Yeah, that's enough of that.
Andre and Hess. Okay.
Yeah, and then you remember when Spike came out with The Sweet Blood of Jesus? It was kind of based on that.
All I know is, I never really wanted to be an actor or do any of this stuff, until I was like 17 or whatever. But I remember watching like FX, when I was in high school, and it was a Leonardo DiCaprio marathon. They just played all his movies. I never seen any of them before. I look back, I'm like, okay, yeah, I was definitely getting impacted by those movies. He's a master of the craft. So I was kind of just learning, taking notes mentally without even knowing I was.
Yes, that's how it happens. They're like in Training Day. That's how it starts.
Yeah.
I love
that movie. That's definitely one of my top 5.
Was there ever a time when you thought about like giving up on your dream?
I can't say I ever had that thought. There was definitely times where it was, I had to I had to split my time up, maybe work jobs that you don't want to work, and it's taking up most of your time, and it's kind of hard to dedicate your time to the craft, but you just find a way, you just find a way. Like I made Blade working like 60 hours a week at a call center, you know what I mean? And making Blade on the weekends. So it was it's possible. It's possible.
It's possible. Let's say it again. It's possible. The whole fear thing and people trying to discourage you, like you said, from doing it. You know why? Because there's a chance that you might succeed. And then, people want you to be doing good, but just not better. I'm probably saying it wrong, but that quote, they want you to be doing good, but just not better than them. If you had a chance to go back in time and change, one thing, what would that be? Or is that not even relevant for you?
That's hard to say. I don't think I can't change anything because I wouldn't be who I am right now, sometimes I imagine different alternate universes where I made different decisions just to entertain it, but I definitely wouldn't change anything in my life right now because I like where I'm at and where I'm going. So
I wanted to actually share one of those commercials that I saw.
Oh yeah,
the New York Life which one would be the best one to show.
Oh yeah, whichever one you like. Yeah.
It's showing the screen. Which one? We don't know. No.
Don't surprise me.
Surprise.
Oh, you hit the website. Okay, yeah. Okay, so that's gonna be the whole commercial reel right there. Yeah.
There he is.
There
You don't
we
like
go.
that one?
No, actually, I love that one. That was a crazy set too. Yeah, there's a story behind that one too.
Oh, okay. What's the story behind that one?
Man, so I showed up to the set and they had like switched up the script. So they the director's like, "Hey, what's up, bro? Like, did you get the new script?" And I'm like, "This one right here." And it was the wrong one. He's like, nah. Gave me the new script and he's like, all right, just take 5 and like try to, work on it. And like, I was definitely, that was one of my first commercial experiences on a bigger set. So I was kind of nervous. So I was panicking. That 5 minutes didn't do anything for me. So I was fumbling.
So was it like
time.
a whole lot? Is that why they cut out all the dialogue?
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I'm honestly. So the thing was, I got it down at the end. It was like they kind of just gave me a whole new, little monologue. Because at first, like I said, I was stumbling and fumbling, and they're like, "All right, let's take 5." And the producer comes up to me, and he's from New York. He's like, "All right, bro, like we're about to move into the close-up."
So from New York, they don't be playing. Yeah, hey, bro. And then they give me that look. So let me look at me. Hey, bro. Like,
hey, bro. Hey, bro, we're about to go into the close-up, so like, bring it. You gotta bring it. And I'm like, I got you, bro. I got you. Shit, it was just like a learning experience. Just I don't really know what the lesson was, but it was like, I guess it's just kicking into gear. Like when you get when you gotta kick it into gear, you gotta kick it into gear. So it was good. I mean, there's a billion reasons why they could have cut all the dialogue or whatever. When I first started putting out the trailer for Blade on Facebook, it was a whole bunch of people talking shit, and like I started talking mess back, and so it was like I had to learn. It was I turned those comments into a battlefield. It was not good, not negative energy. So I just decided to stop responding.
And then what can you do then? Okay, y'all, we're about to check out this trailer here. All right.
You're all over the news, Eric.
Nothing is gonna happen to me, and nothing is gonna happen to you.
You know what this is? Silver.
He was a vampire, Isabella.
They're going to catch you.
They can't catch me. I'm Blade.
Oh! The fuck is this?
It's a steak knife.
Oh yeah, we're taking you in.
Because I had it on full screen yet.
People want to check out Porter Productions on YouTube. Porter Productions #1.com. That's where you can find my presentation and my production services for my business as well.
Where do you see yourself in 5 years, brother?
In 5 years, I just see myself with a bigger catalog of movies. I want to finish about 5 short films by the end of the year. Realistically, I'll probably only get done like two or three. But I got the scripts written. I'm seeing myself just doing exactly what I'm doing right now, but just at a bigger level.
Precisely.
I see time as just one long, track. So it's never a New Year's resolution. It's just goals, and just get them done. I mean, I'm glad you're here too, because it's great to just go back and forth with someone who's interested in the same thing. You know, this is a great art, especially independently. You know, Hollywood does a lot of unnecessary things, in my opinion. Every time I go on the set, there's 100 people getting paid to eat craft services. I'm like, you know, we can make this, we can make the same progress with a crew, a tight knit crew of people that we trust.
Yep. And I like what you said about a one-man studio, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's where I'm at, but it's been that way for years. It's like I have a full-length script that I wrote, but it's a very personal one. It's like I got like a million things going on, which I like. I like to be busy, and
I don't know. I feel like if I'm not writing something or filming something or practicing an audition or doing something, like I just, it gives me anxiety. I got to do something.
Yeah, it's hard for me to take breaks too, but I'm better at editing in the morning. So
everybody's got that. Everybody's got the story behind them. That's what's so weird. We always make these kind of assumptions about people, but behind their eyes, they got a story. They got stories. They got trauma.
Detail. I remember when I had my first script writing class, and they're like, less detail. This is a visual medium. And they're like, why are you telling me that? We don't want to know.
Right.
So I had to shift into a different type of writing. And it's like, so now it's like going backwards. Well, 2017, I was in a fire in DC, and then ended up couple of years or a year or so later, ended up, dealing with like, I'm having a hard time sharing it. I don't know, man. It's embarrassing. Maybe I shouldn't share that, but yeah.
No, go ahead. You can't start the story now, or stop the story now.
Well, I mean, I ended up homeless. I had to go. I stayed in the shelter, which they were wondering why I was there. I was wondering why I was there because I was like, they're like, she's wearing all this purple. I probably look like a light bulb in there, and everywhere I go, like people, they were just giving me purple stuff, and there's a story there too. I feel like, because then after that, I went to this transitional housing. And, man, that just made me so humble. And well, I never just do anything myself. Like there's, you have God. And I'll tell you one thing though, the vision boards and positive thinking, that really helps, because I posted this thing the other day, booked, busy, and blessed. And did you just flip me off? I saw that, brother.
No, I was going like this. I was going like that positive energy.
It was going real slow, like. Well, dang, if you want to say that, you can just say that in the chat. No, just playing. And then those really work, though. The vision boards and just, for me, meditation. But also, I listened to what's Tina Turner's book. I did, the audiobook, and Cicely Tyson. And they both meditate, but they also chant too. So a lot of people might, if they're ignorant to what that means, then they might frown on it, but it does help.
Like when you speak, those words, they vibrate in the universe and come back around. So it's like, if you're speaking negative, if you're speaking all that stuff, that's what's going to come back around. You always got to be on that positive mindset, and especially with your thoughts, like your words and your thoughts. It's simply like you get to choose. Like, do you want positivity or you want negativity? Like
working in right now during the pandemic, I mean, have you done any production work since all this stuff started? Or
it's been a little slow, but it's starting to pick up now. Like definitely, like agents are looking for actors. It's rolling right now.
Your goal is more geared towards acting, and then a little production work, or just all of it?
All of it. I would say corporate acting, and then as far as filmmaking, I don't even want to work with Hollywood at all. Like I want to go independent when it comes to filmmaking and my own company and everything. But as an actor, you know, I want to be corporate. I want to be on the HBO, on the, you know, with the big wigs.
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah.
What are you drinking?
Well, this is coffee off camera. Never mix business with pleasure.
Yeah, true that. True that. Learned that the hard way.
Yeah. Oh, you did too?
Yeah, just you know, with people on set, you got to keep the relationships on set, you know, professional. I made that mistake a couple times. Definitely messes with the power structure and the respect structure. So you know, people think they can get away with certain things. They start, you know, acting a certain way because the other, you know, part of the relationship. But it's hard for some people to separate it, you know, business and, you know, when you're not working. You know? It's just always better just to keep the entanglements off the set.
Entanglement. Oh my God. I can't believe that. On that note, I can't believe that she made that up. Entanglement. Come on.
I know that.
That's what it is. And you guys are swingers. Come on. And then Will shed a tear when you probably got somebody over here.
Yeah.
He's got a young tenderoni too, probably. And then, hey man, that can get.
That's funny. Hey,
that can get serious.
You know, women cheat emotionally, men cheat physically. So it probably, you know, that I think it hurts us a little bit more, unless I'm wrong. Tell me if I'm wrong.
I feel like that most women, but then there's those few. But I never had the chance to cheat, really. So.
That's a good thing. All right, cool. I mean, you know, it was great to meet you. That was fun. You know, that was cool. It just felt like a conversation. you gotta kick me off.
I gotta kick you off. Oh, you don't want to?
Yeah. Nah.
Oh, cause it's my show.
Hey, end it whenever you gotta end it.
I guess. See, might as well end it with some.
Yeah.
Yeah, so all right, well, thank you so much for joining me.
Yeah, thank you. That was fun.
Yeah, just don't smile and I can get off.